Today we're looking at the second of the Psalms of Ascent, Psalm 121. This is the best known and most beloved of these Psalms, without any question. Many people have memorized this Psalm. It's a wonderful little Psalm. And yet the opening verses, I think, is often misinterpreted. The opening verse says, I will lift up my eyes to the mountains. From where shall my help come? And I think often people have the idea that he's looking to the mountains where God is, where God dwells, and he's looking for God's help from the mountains. Biblically speaking, that isn't particularly good, because the idol worshipers, the false teachers and so forth, built different tabernacles of their own, their worship centers on the mountains, thinking they were being closer to these mythological gods that they worshiped. And so the Lord did not want them to actually worship on the mountaintops. He wanted them to worship at the temple, which is where these people are going at this particular time. So I don't think he's talking about looking to the mountains for the help of God. I think he's talking about something totally different. As these people traveled from wherever they lived up to Jerusalem, they would be passing many times through valleys surrounded by hills and mountains. It would be in those hills and mountains where the bandits and the terrorists would hide out. They were looking for easy prey. And so as the pilgrims came through, they would swoop down on them and rob them of their stuff, maybe kill them. So it was kind of a dangerous trip to go up to Jerusalem like this, and the travelers knew this. And so as they traveled, they said, I will lift up my eyes to the mountains. I see the possibility of terrorists who could come down and destroy us. So where will my help come from? Well, my help will come, verse 2, from the Lord who made the heaven and the earth. So I'm not looking for help from other sources. I'm not looking for help from myself or my caravan of people. I'm looking for my help that would come from the Lord. And so this is a psalm of great trust. As I travel in obedience to the Lord's command to come up to the feast, I am trusting the Lord is going to take care of me. I might travel right through the heart of territory that is dangerous, where there are people there who want to destroy me and take my stuff, but I am totally trusting that the Lord will take care of me. And then as he goes in, at the end of verse 2 and on down, he shows why he believes he can trust in the Lord. He points out several truths here. First of all, the Lord is the creator. He made heaven and earth. If he can make heaven and earth, surely he can protect me as I walk between the mountain ranges. He is also will not let my foot slip in verse 2. He will not allow my foot to slip. He will enable me to have firm traction so that I don't go astray off the path, or that I don't fall along the way. And then the next one is interesting. He says he will keep you 4 different times in verses 3, 4, 5, and 7. He will talk about the fact that God keeps us, or he's our keeper. Now remember that the Jews had a lot to do with shepherding, and the sheep need to be kept. Sheep wander off easily. Sheep needs a shepherd. They need someone to keep them, to be their keeper. God is our keeper. We are like the sheep of his pasture, and he keeps us. And 4 different times, he makes sure that we understand that. Our safety is wrapped up in his care, and we're secure because he is our keeper. And then next, he never sleeps. The Lord is, verse 5, the Lord is your keeper. I'm sorry, verse 4, he will never slumber nor sleep. It also says that in verse 3, he who keeps you will never slumber. This is an interesting thing to consider, because the Lord never sleeps, we can. So while we're asleep, he's at work. He's taking care of us. And that's a beautiful verse, because we think about it. Sometimes we are awake at night, and we'll see that in some of the other Psalms. We can't sleep because of different problems, but we can, because the Lord himself is awake and taking care of us. Then he's also our shade in verse 5 and verse 6. He shelters us from the hot sun that beats down on us and causes us grief. He is our shade by day and by night. And then in verse 7, he's our protector. The Lord will protect you from all evil. He will keep your soul. The protector of our of us, our soul, and from the evils that would come upon us. And then finally, He is our guard in verse 8. The Lord will guard you. You're going out and you're coming in from this time forth and forever. So He guards us. That's especially relevant ministry in the light of the circumstances of this psalmist who is headed up to a place where he could be attacked by terrorists and bandits. The Lord is on guard. The Lord will guard them. So this is probably the capstone psalm of this collection of the Psalms of Ascent, a wonderful psalm of great confidence for us.